Dear Ayhan and Aman, we normally talk about this all the time, so I'm pretty sure you don't want a letter from Mama that actually puts down all these points. But I just thought it would be fun for you at some point to go through this video and know genuinely what I felt as a working mom. I think any typical video like this would start off with, but I went through a lot of guilt. When I left you at the daycare the first day, I was tearing up. All of that did happen. But I think one thing both you and Aman need to know, Ayhan and Aman, that Mama never actually would have continued on with that guilt if I thought that my priority needed to be the kids and not work. From day one, I've always believed, and I really don't know whether it's Nana's way of bringing me up, it is Baba's support that I had. I always knew that if I wanted to create a balance, if any woman ever wants to create a balance, she's able to. I'm really not in that school of thought ever, Ayhan Aman, who feels as a woman that I'll have to give up so much to be able to achieve so much. Let me give you two examples, and both those examples I'm sure you look back upon and you smile about those examples. The decision for Baba and I to send you to a daycare. At the time when you were born, Ayhan, now you're almost 19. Can you imagine 19 years back in Pakistan, a working mom in a very traditional, in-law setup, saying that my firstborn is going to go to a daycare? A lot of people would ask Baba and I perpetually, is a child unwell? What happens at a daycare? Does he need specialized care at home or at the daycare? Why are you taking Ayhan to the daycare? For one very flat reason. I believe that a woman can come to work with her child. She can deliver within her workplace knowing that her son or her daughter is literally walking spaces away from their office itself. I was able to do that for both you as well as for Aman. And both of you were born literally within 18 months of each other. So there was a time in my life when I would have, a car seat in one hand and a stroller in the other, and I would come upstairs to the daycare. But I did that because that was the only balance I wanted to create, where I would not have to give up on my career while also not giving up on my kids being home under the care of people that I might not trust. That was one example. Another example, I'm sure you guys look back now very fondly. For the world around, that was a choice that, again, Baba and I got a lot of flack for in some pockets amongst our friends and amongst our family, which was our decision for me to go and work out of Turkey and for Baba to continue being with you guys in Karachi. The one conversation we continuously did was, why would Ayhan Aman need to leave the comfort of being with grandparents, being at a school that they loved, having friends around, and go to a place like Istanbul, which was new for all of us. So I took it upon myself, without compromising on my career progression. I knew I needed that secondment to move forward and to get to the board of a multinational at a very young age. I wanted to do that. Did I want to give up on everything that I had built around myself as a secure and fun family environment? Not at all. What was the decision we took? Every 3 weeks, I would come down and meet up with you guys in Pakistan, which I did, by the way. I traveled 27 times in 24 months while I was in Turkey. Along with that, the partnership and the friendship I have with Baba really played to its extreme. He brought you guys over 7 times. So as a collective family, we actually got together 34 times in 2 years. And what a brilliant 2 years those were. I remember Aman, taking his little hand carry and traveling like a corporate executive. He was so comfortable with travel after those 2 years. So again, when you look back, if you're sure that you need to strike a balance, if you're very convinced that a balance can be created, Mama is one of those women who genuinely not only believes in it. Every action that I do, I want to continuously prove to you, to more than anybody, first to you and Baba, that it can be done. And along with that, if there are any women who might take that inspiration, I really want to also tell them, guilt is a part of everything that you choose to do. I'm sure women who stay at home sometimes feel guilty about giving up on their careers, and vice versa. So why give a working mom a tougher time and talk so much about guilt at her end, when I'm very sure there are housewives too that feel guilty? And let me also clarify, Ayhan Aman, not every mama who's home every day is actually with her kids. They could still be home, and they could still be emotionally, mentally, or socially away from you. So I think what really mattered, at least the way I saw you guys being brought up, I was around where I needed to be. Was I very comfortable with having professional help at home? People like Rubina auntie, people like Samina auntie, people who knew how to be with kids, how to bathe them, how to feed them, how to take care of them, how to treat them when they were unwell. I was more than comfortable leaving that part to professional staff, and actually being there for things like cooking together. A Sunday morning, breakfast that I cook with you, or, some failed effort at making a steak, Ahyan, that you and I are perpetually trying to understand and ace. Nobody can take that away from our relationship. As you guys move on, Ahyan, you leave in barely 3 months. So I think this video is also very special from that perspective. In another 3 months, you go on, we've given you the wings, you go fly and genuinely see how strong those wings are. For both of you, I just have, one deep dua. Of course, for your health, for your wellness, for your iman, but one more. I hope you always look at women knowing that they don't need to compromise. If ever I see you at the age of 25 or 30, coming back and saying, you know what, but we've chosen partners and we've chosen spouses who don't believe that they need to compromise one thing or the other. I think as a mom, as a woman, as a wife, I would have achieved whatever I wanted to. I love you both very, very much.